Yep, it's live. Hare Krishna, Radhe Radhe. Dandavat Pranam. Everyone say Haribol.
Haribol. No one is there.
That's okay, just turn it on.
And it's stuck. It's not moving.
What?
Oh, that one over there is.
Hare Krishna.
Balabhadra, Nandini Didi, Haribol.
Haribol, Dandavat Pranam, Dandavat.
Radhe Radhe, Hare
Radhe
Krishna.
Radhe, Hare Krishna.
Welcome.
Can you hear me now? Hare Krishna.
So we will begin on page 1.
With Mangalacharan. Srila Gurudev ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Rupananda Guru Varga ki jai, Shri Nityananda Prabhu ki jai, Sachinandan Gaur Hari ki jai, Radha Vinod Hari Ju ki jai, Giriraj Maharaj ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrind ki jai, Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Radhe Radhe.
So if you do any other tune that I can't follow, if I could just see your keys.
Okay. Make
Just
sure all other
do
volumes
something
are
really
off.
quick here.
Hey, hey, hey.
She did it first.
Hare Krishna. Mangalacharan, page 1.
Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani
सत्यचरित्राय स्वश्रितानञ्चपालिने जीवदुःखे सदर्भाय श्रीनाम प्रेमदायिने नमः विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिसिद्धान्त सरस्वती नामिने श्रीवर्षभारती देवी दयिताय कृपाभये कृष्ण सम्बन्ध विज्ञान नयिने प्रभवे नमः माधुर्योज्ज्वल प्रेमध्य श्रीरूपानुगभक्तिदा श्रीगौर करुणाशक्ति विग्रहाय नमोस्तुते नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्तये दीनपालिने रूपानुगम्यरूपाप सिद्धान्तध्वन्तहारिणे नमो गौरकिशोराय साक्षात् वैराग्यमूर्तये विप्रलम्भरसम्बोधे त्वदम्बुजायते नमः नमो भक्तिविनोदाय सच्चिदानन्दनामिने गौरशक्तिस्वरूपाय रूपानुगपरायते गौराविर्भावभूमेस्त्वं निर्देष्टा सजनप्रिय वैष्णव सर्वभौमश्री जगन्नाथाय ते नमः वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरद्विषे नमः हे Advaita Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Cheto Darpanamarjanam Bhavamaha Davagni Nirvapanam Shreya Vairava Chandrika Vikarnam Vidyavadhu Jivanam Anandam Buddhivardhanam Pratipadam Purnamrita Shvadanam Sarvatma Sabanam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam Hare Nama Hare Nama Hare Nameva Kevalam Balo Nastyeva 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 Gatiranyata Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So now we're going to call out for the mercy of Sri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma. What page is that?
Page 28 in the small book.
28 in the small book. This book, page 28, or in your Gaudiya Kirtan app,
Or
or
if you wait a minute,
any sweet devotee may post it on the comments. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma.
like Jiva Baba.
I should open my book. रूपान गुरु वर्ग की जय, श्री गुरु परंपरा की जय। Give it to me. Sorry.
So Sakala Vaishnava Gosai, page 46 in the small book. Sakala Vaishnava Gosai starts Sakala Vaishnava Gosai. Page 46.
46. He Today.
What? They might just need to keep refreshing when if we change to Radharaman.
So, you want to try with Radharaman?
I think it's better.
Okay. We're going to switch over to Radharaman.
It's our internet connection. And maybe it will be better.
For those of you who were having no problem, please forgive me if now you start to have problems. Can you see? Everything okay? Radhe Radhe? Chalo.
Sorry about that. Nitai Guna Mani.
You gonna leave?
Sri Krishna Chaitanya.
I want this one out.
Nitai Guna Mani. So Nitai Guna, Guna. Nitai Guna Mani. I don't get the wine Chaitanya, Prabhu,
That's a ways back.
Somewhere else there was a request for
Gaur Bhajan?
I think so.
Does anyone remember which request for which Gaur Bhajan?
It was on page 391.
Someone just said.
What is that? Pashya Shaki Sutta?
What? No, Godrume Chandra Bhajan Udesh Srila.
391? Let me check it.
And Arti Sharma asked for Brajajana Manasukakari. And Shashankji is still waiting for Vrindavana.
That is a long bhajan. I think if we all do it together, we might finish in half an hour.
Really?
Well, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 verses. So if we do it all together, we can do it. Same like Adharam Madhuram. Page 391. And you'll have to bear with us if I'm flipping pages.
So what's it called, just in case?
Shri Godruma Chandra Bhajanopadesha by Bhaktivedanta. Yadi te Haripada Saroja Sudha Rasapana Param Hridayam Satatam.
So we're
starting with Yadi. Y-A-D-I.
So we're going to do it in what tune? Da, da, da,
yes.
I do it for you.
Thank you.
Even if it is on tune.
Shri Sachinandana Gaura Hari Ki Jai. Yagite Hari Pada Saroja Shubha Rasapana Param Hridayam Satatam Parititya Griham Karibhavamayam Bhajago Gunakaranam Jamim. So we have to flip our pages now. Sukam cha Harinam Tua Aneka Swarup. Actually, I want to do Jai Jai Harinam. Jai Jai Harinam. There's a reason for it.
What page?
Jai Jai Harinam, page 178. That was a very beautiful ashtakam. Not ashtakam. What is it? 20 verses.
All together or?
Shri Harinam Prabhu ki jai. Jaya Jaya Harinam Chidananda Vitodham. Jaya Jaya verse of this beautiful prayer, Bhaktivedanta Thakur is actually calling out syllables of Krishna's name. He's doing a prayer to Krishna's name itself. The first couple verses, and even the last one, or the last two, are the glories of the holy name. But that one is a direct calling out to the holy name of Krishna. Oh hey Krishna Namakshara, Tumi Sarva Shakti Dhara. He's speaking to Harinam Prabhu. It's beautiful. Raja Jana Mana Sukhakari. What page?
366 in the small book. And it starts with Braja. B-R-A-J-A. Braja Janamana Sukhakari. By Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaja.
Ki Jai.
Oh, I get the key.
She gets the...
Okay, here we go. Hare Krishna. Something's wrong there.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Ram Sankirtan ki jai.
Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopalanandala Krishna Govinda Govinda Hey Gopalanandala Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopalanandala Krishna Govinda Govinda Hey Gopalanandana Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopalanandana Krishna Govinda Govinda Krishna अटल बिहारी जी की जय, हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय, हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय, गिरिराज महाराज की जय, गौर भक्त वृंद की जय, निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि। Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalai Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namah Ajnanathimiranthasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Nama Vishnupadaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Namine Nama Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine Mancha Kalpatarubhyascha कृपा सिंधुभ्य एव च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणम्। First of all, I offer my Dandava Pranam thousands of times in the dust of the lotus feet of our beloved Gurudev, Nitya Lila Pravishna Vishnupad, astottara Shata Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta, Narayan Goswami Maharaj. And the same thousands of Dandava Pranam into the dust of the lotus feet of Nitya Lila Pravishna Vishnupad, astottara Shata Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, to all of our Rupanuga Gauriya Guru Varga, and to all Vaishnavas, past, present, and future, and all those who are participating with us today, my Dandava Pranam.
Dandava Pranam.
So before continuing with going beyond Vaikuntha, there was a question which came to me today regarding Kirtan. And it's very interesting because there's so many different ideas of what Kirtan is. And somehow, in some ways, most of them are correct in some ways. And in some ways, they're also not correct. So I was asked to try to endeavor to reconcile a little bit about what is Kirtan, real Kirtan versus Maya Kirtan or not Kirtan. Generally, we think that Kirtan is when we come together and we sing the names of the Lord. So if we're chanting Hare Krishna or Govinda Jai Jai, Gopal Jai Jai, or any names of the Lord, then we consider this Kirtan. If we go very deep into the different ideas of what Kirtan is, like we just chanted this Jai Jai Harinam Chidanand Amritadam, there it is said, even if one chants out of fear or without faith or without even knowledge, like there's that verse glorifying Harinam, Shraddhaya Helaya Va, with faith or without faith, even mocking. Like even at the time of Mahaprabhu's birth, that time he wasn't known as Mahaprabhu, he was known as Nimai when he was born. But at that time, it is said because there was a lunar eclipse, which is generally considered inauspicious, everyone was chanting the names of the Lord. Hari, Hari, Hari Bol. Even those who were not Hindu, those who were not Vaishnava, those who didn't have faith in the names of the Lord were mocking those who were chanting. So for example, the Muslims were making fun of the Hindus who were chanting Hari Bol, and they're like, oh, Hari Hari Bol, Hari Hari Bol. And it is said that everyone derives so much spiritual benefit from this. So there is some kind of understanding of kirtan, where anyone who chants the name of the Lord in any case is somehow making some spiritual benefit. Of course, we mentioned yesterday about the kirtan of those who are actually against or opposed to the idea of Radha and love and affection to the Lord himself, and the form of the Lord receiving and reciprocating with that love and affection as being illusion, that Krishna himself takes it personally, like a thunderbolt to his own heart. And it has a very poisonous effect for the chanter. Avaishnavam mugurgirnam sarpochistam. So it has a poisonous effect like a snake poison touching milk. So still, it is the name of the Lord. That's why he's taking it personally. Does that make sense? If it was not him, he would not accept offense. But his name is not different from him. So for those who are chanting, it depends on the mood of the chanter. That's why my chanting of Nam Aparad or Nam Abbas, or someone's chanting of Nam Abbas, or someone's chanting of Shuddhanam are very different. The pure name of Krishna, someone chanting the pure name of Krishna is very different than someone chanting offensive name of Krishna. Sorry, it's offensive to the name of Krishna, with all sorts of material desires in their heart, or even if they are criticizing Vaishnavas, all sorts of different kinds of chanting are there, and it's not all one. So one derives the effect or the benefit according to how they are chanting, and this is also proven by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita when he says, Yeya ta mam prapatnyante tangstataiva bhajamyaham. As you approach me, and we know that abhinatva namanamino, Krishna's name is non-different from himself. If we're approaching him with a heart full of anarthas, with a heart full of material desires, he will reciprocate by fulfilling those. That's why the result of Nam Aparad is the increase of material wealth, the increase of material sense gratification, and the increase of name, fame, position, adoration, all of these things. So, Kanaka Kamani Pratishtha. This is the result of Nam Aparad. That's why one must always be in the guidance of the pure Vaishnava. This is really the main principle of bhakti, because by their association, our selfish, self-serving, mundane, desiring tendency will become dovetailed and will eventually go toward the service of Krishna. So instead of doing it for my own pleasure, or I like to do kirtan because I like the sound of it. My taste in kirtan, there's two different kinds of ruchi. Can't remember the names at this point. One is anapekshana, and I can't remember the other one. If someone can post it. Srila Gurudev explained, Srila Gurudev Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj explained that ruchi cannot be two things. We have this idea that let me have a comfortable balance between my material and spiritual life. This means that I have a split ruchi or taste. But he said ruchi is not two things. He said a sword, what is it?
Cannot fit in.
Two swords cannot fit in one sword case. This is what he said. That sword case is meant to only fit one thing. So our taste is for the material world or for Krishna, but we cannot honestly claim to have true ruchi for both. I'm paraphrasing our Gurudev. You have a question?
Not really, just thinking.
Okay, she's thinking. So, at this point, yes, it is Harinam and it is somehow connecting. But Krishna is only really affected by love and affection. If we approach Krishna in any other way, or his name in any other way, it won't be considered bhakti unless it is with devotion. That's why our Gurudev wanted us to understand and learn that verse which defines bhakti. The best definition of bhakti as given by Srila Rupa Goswami, it is in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.1.11. Anya bhilashita shunyam jnana karmadhyanavritam anukulyena krishnanu shilanam bhakti rutama. Gurudev wanted all of us to know it, to learn it, to put it not only to memory but to heart. That we should not have any other desire when approaching Krishna. Not desire for freedom from suffering, for liberation from material existence, for merging into his effulgence or into his form, or any desire for reciprocation, that I am going to chant your name, so please make me healthy, give me wealth, give me a beautiful wife and beautiful children and a big house and nice cars and all kinds of material things. That is called karma mishra bhakti. That I think I'm indebting Krishna to me by chanting his names. So this is called karma. And adi means all other processes which are not pure bhakti, but I'm mixing it. What is pure bhakti? Only what is exclusively for Krishna. What is favorable for him, what is beneficial for him, and what is under the guidance of his pure devotee. Anukulyena Krishna Anushilanam. That is known as the topmost or pure bhakti. That is bhakti uttama. So our chanting of Hare Krishna, because it is called kirtan. Kirtan is a process of bhakti. As Prahlad Maharaj tells in Srimad Bhagavatam, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pada, Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmani Vedanam, Iti Pungsarpita, Vishnu, Bhaktishtenna, Valakshanam. He's telling the 9 processes of bhakti. And that Shravanam, Kirtanam is included within the process of bhakti. Then we need to have an understanding of what bhakti is. Then we will know how to properly apply our Shravanam by the medium of bhakti, Kirtanam by the medium of bhakti, Smaranam, remembering by the medium of bhakti. Then it can be considered devotion with love and affection. If we're doing Kirtan for any other purpose, then it might not be bhakti. That's why our Guru Varga, many of them, have told that there is a difference between real kirtan, Krishna kirtan, or kirtan with bhakti, and Maya kirtan. Maya kirtan means kirtan done for our own enjoyment. So what is that? I like to get together with my friends and sing and enjoy, and even if we're doing it for any other reason other than Krishna's pleasure. For example, if we're chanting the names of Krishna to alleviate the world from a pandemic. This is specifically what our acharyas have said. If we're chanting the names of Krishna for the purpose of alleviating it from a pandemic, then this is not really Krishna Kirtan. This is known as Maya Kirtan, because we're trying to use Krishna and his name in the service of this world. But that's not how things should work. Everything in all of creation should be utilized exclusively in the service of Krishna. So that is the difference between real kirtan, where Krishna is the center, and not real kirtan, where anything else is the center. The automatic side effect of serving and pleasing Krishna, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada explains that by one single namabhas, even nam aparad, but one single namabhas, he said it is no exaggeration that millions of pandemics of this world can easily be alleviated by one single namabhas. And it's not an exaggeration. When I heard that, when I read that, I was completely astounded, flabbergasted. How is it possible that one name of Krishna, which is not even considered the pure form, that's not Shuddhanam, it's the shadow or the reflection of the pure name, just about to manifest the pure name, that is sufficient to completely remove millions of pandemics of this world. It's unprecedented. The faith and the understanding in the potency or the power of the holy name. If one endeavors to serve Krishna by calling out his holy names, which he himself says is pleasing to him, right? Satatam kirtayanto mam, always chanting my names. Manmana bhavama bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. Krishna everywhere is telling his devotees or telling the people, if you want to be happy, then first you should endeavor to come into your nature as a soul. And what's the nature of every soul? It is to serve and love Krishna. And if one serves and loves Krishna, then the automatic side effect or byproduct of that is satisfaction, natural fulfillment. But the devotee does not aspire for the reaction to that. The ecstasy which comes as a result of Harinam is not the desire of the devotee. It comes automatically as a result of Harinam, but that is not their intention. Their intention is exclusively for Krishna's pleasure, for his happiness, and for his benefit. And that's what makes it bhakti. Yes? What is your question?
I'm just thinking that that's for the highest class of bhakta. That is literally, uttam, bhakti, the highest. So when you're speaking about doing something for pandemics, not necessarily that, just putting good sound vibration of the holy names into the atmosphere, into the world, isn't that infinitely better, even if it's nam aparad, than just spouting, conspiracy theories or any kind of Kali Yuga agendas? Isn't it better to do that, even if it's nam aparad?
Good question. Yes, it is better to chant the names of the Lord, even in material consciousness, than to chant the names of all kinds of demons in material consciousness. I think that's a pretty self-explanatory, clear point. We can chant the names of all of the demons of this world and share that with everyone, or we can chant the names of Krishna and share that with everyone, even if we have contaminated consciousness. The point I was making previously in this case is that if we dovetail it, instead of trying to use it in the service of people's health, instead of trying to use it, I mean him, instead of trying to take Krishna and engage him in the service of people of this world, if we can somehow engage the people of this world in the service of Krishna, the effect will be astronomically different. That is really what the point of becoming a devotee is. Devotee means I'm devoting myself to Krishna without asking him for anything in return. If he wants to kill me with a pandemic, that is up to him. But my function is to serve and love Krishna. And if you love someone and you're serving someone, you automatically want to include others in loving them. If you've ever seen anyone in love, which we have seen, we've all seen that. They love the person they love so much that they want everyone else to also have affection for that person. It's natural. Don't you see what I see? They're so amazing. They're so wonderful. And if someone doesn't like them, you're like, what? But they're perfect. If you love Krishna, automatically you will want to bring everyone into that. So that is the nature of someone who has love for Krishna. They cannot help themselves but to also try to bring everyone into that. And it is also merciful. Why? Because the jiva, devoid of service to Krishna, is actually in a state of acute separation. It is experiencing a condition which is foreign to its intrinsic nature. Its intrinsic nature is love and service to Krishna. In Jaiva Dharma by Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur, chapter 1, there it is talking about the nature of something. The jiva, is nature, or her nature, its nature is to love Krishna. And that love should be flowing like a river flowing to the ocean constantly. This is another meaning of anu. In the verse, Anyabilashita shunyam, anukul. This word anu can mean anugatya, means under guidance. Anukul means what is favorable. And anu also means constant, steady flow. Ahaitaki apratihata, without cessation. Kalam naid, 24 hours a day without any break. Constant, steady flow. So this is really the intrinsic nature of the jiva, that its love should flow toward Krishna like a river toward the ocean. But the example Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur gave was very interesting. What happens if you take a river and you subject it to extreme cold temperatures? It freezes and becomes ice. Now that water, which is meant to flow, has taken on a different character. Now it has become stagnant and stuck. It is frozen in place, and it cannot connect. It cannot flow in its nature. Because of being bound like this for so long, we think that this is the reality. No? Water which has been made into ice, in a sense, in this sense, what Bhaktivedanta Thakur is speaking about, which is ice for so long, will think that this is my intrinsic nature. That's why we pray to Sri Guru. Please open my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. How can you make that water flow again? You need fire, you need heat, you need sunlight. For that water to break from its ice-like nature and temporary ice-like nature due to association with material energy since time immemorial. Due to association with the material energy since time immemorial, that ice-like nature, which we think is ours, but it's actually acquired, it's external and it's impressing itself on us, can be broken, and our heart can once again can flow toward Krishna as it is meant to. As it is meant to, according to its nature. So, there's a big difference between nam aparad, offensive chanting, and pure nam. And the whole purpose of all of our shastras, of all of our association with Vaishnavas, of all of our endeavors and practices on the path of bhakti, is to break away from our stagnancy, this ice-like nature, and flow with love and affection to Krishna. If we channel that mood, that love toward Harinam Prabhu, and we, instead of chanting Hare Krishna for our own pleasure, means for my pleasure, I like it. It's for my pleasure. I like the sound of this. It's really beautiful. So I want to enjoy it. I want to enjoy the deities. I want to enjoy the Mahaprasad. I want to enjoy. In the beginning, maybe, sure. Like Prabhupada wanted there to be gulab jamuns on the back of the temple, that the last thing that someone would remember when leaving the temple would be something sweet. Right? All is well that ends sweetly. So there's something there in the beginning to attract us by our senses, but gradually, by association with devotees, by following the process as given by our Guru Varga, then our selfish, self-serving tendency will be changed and turned toward serving the transcendental senses of Krishna. Sarvapadi vinirmuktam tatparatena nirmalam hrishikena hrishikesha sevanam bhaktir uchate. To serve the transcendental senses of Krishna. And that will be called bhakti. So all of that, all of what they've given us is to bring us to that point where instead of being selfish and self-serving, we turn everything toward serving Krishna. So they want to manifest bhakti in our hearts. We can pray for that day. When, oh when will that day come? As Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur has shared with us for our own benefit. Kabe habe bolo sedina amar. When, oh when will that day come? Aparadha guchi. When my aparad will be diminished or destroyed. Shuddhana me ruchi. When the pure name of Krishna, when taste for the pure name will manifest in my heart. Kripa bole have hridaye sanchar. When, oh when will that day be mine? We can pray like that. When, oh when will the pure name of Krishna manifest in my heart, on my tongue? When will I develop taste for that? And my offenses and aparads will go very far away. Did you want to add something?
Achyuta Krishna Prabhu was quoting Srila Bhaktivedanta Bharati Goswami Maharaj and said, the real meaning of kirtan is that which comes from the heart and manifests in the form of the words on the tongue. The real glory of kirtan comes when one stays in the association of sadhus, and as a result of hearing from them, sincere prayers comes from his heart. Sincere prayers come from his tongue for the pleasure of the Lord and his devotees, not for attaining name and fame.
Yes.
So.
For the pleasure of the Lord and his devotees. I read that quote today. It's so beautiful.
And then Snigdha Didi is asking a question. To serve Harinam really means to try to change our attitude and chant it first, not because we like it, but because Guru told us, and then in desire to please Krishna, correct?
The first form of Krishna to manifest in our lives is Chaitya Guru manifesting outside in the form of Shri Guru. This is Guru Krishna. Brahmanda Brahmite Kon Bhagyamana Jeev Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata Bij. The Jiva who's wandering from place to place throughout the Brahmanda for unlimited years, since time without beginning. This is called Anadi Karma Phale. Means since time without beginning, Nitya Badha, we've been bound forever. By the mercy of Krishna, meets with the condensed form of the mercy of Krishna, known as Guru Krishna. And by the mercy of Guru Krishna Prasade Pai. That means by the mercy of Guru Krishna. Some say by the mercy of Guru and Krishna, but this is really Krishna's mercy manifesting in the form of Guru. That's why Guru is called Krishna Kripa Shri Murti, or the embodiment, the form of Krishna's mercy. Guru Krishna Prasade Pai. By the mercy of Guru Krishna, Bhakti Lata Bij means the seed of the creeper of bhakti. That means by their sadhu sangha, by their harikatha, by them glorifying Krishna's names, forms, qualities, and pastimes, a shift begins to take place within our heart and soul. And what is that? The desire, the tendency to serve Krishna becomes awakened in our hearts.
So the answer is yes.
So the answer is, first, apply all of this at the lotus feet of Sri Guru. Gurudev said that about Anyabhilashita Shunyam. Even these Sharanagati prayers, our Gurudev mentioned to us, he mentioned 4, but it was quite obvious. He said, he mentioned Manasadeho Geho, Sarvasva Tomar, Sri Rupa Manjari Pada, and the other one started with an A. Can't remember right now, but I'll tell you later, maybe tomorrow. There's another Sharanagati bhajan. He said you can also sing these for Gurudev. In other words, first applying the moods of Sharanagati to Gurudev. Anyabhilashita Shunyam at the lotus feet of Gurudev. And he will take that and he will make that, he or she, Sri Guru will take that and make it qualified so that it can be offerable and offered to the lotus feet of Krishna. Guru has nothing to take for themselves. Guru's only function is how to make us qualified to serve Krishna. In this connection, I've told it before, but Gurudev explained that Guru is like an expert mother. And the mother knows her daughter is going to be married one day. So every day the mother is going to the family of the groom. She's going to... Atmani Vedana Tua Pade Kori. Thank you Raman. Atmani Vedana Tua Pade Kori. Very nice, thank you. So Gurudev explained that this mother goes to the house of this groom, and there she's associating with the family and understanding and seeing his nature, what he's done today. And then she comes back home, and at dinner with all of her friends, she's speaking about him. Today he won the sports match. Today he was playing musical instruments. Oh, when he was singing, his voice was so beautiful and like honey. When he speaks, his voice is deep like thunder. He's tall, dark, and handsome. All of these qualities and all of these activities and pastimes. This is Nam, Rup, Guna, and Lila. So she's speaking about, although her daughter has never met or seen him, still she's becoming a little interested over time. Who is this? Oh, I would also like to meet this person. And gradually attraction starts to manifest in her heart. One day, the mother leaves a picture of him on the chair and tells her daughter that you should clean the table. So all of mother and her friends leave, and as the daughter is cleaning the table, she sees the picture on the chair and she thinks, oh my God, this looks exactly like what my mother has been speaking, but a million times better. She looks left and right, makes sure no one can see her. She takes that picture and hides it in her clothes and runs into her bedroom, closes the door, locks the door, and puts it next to her bed. And just dreams about him, when she'll be able to meet him, when she'll be able to offer her heart to him. Only by hearing from her mother, she developed attraction and attachment, and then the mother is somehow bringing it closer and closer. And when the time is right, then that mother will make arrangements for them to meet, where all of her desires will be fulfilled. In the same way, we have not really met Krishna, Braj Krishna, and been serving him. It is impossible for Maya to pull anyone away from there. My father, he about, how many years ago now? 2 years, 3 years?
2.
He left this world around this time. But he used to always make this kind of joke that Krishna is there in Vrindavan, he's playing with his friends, and then another one just disappears. What happened? Another friend of mine just disappeared, blooped. He's dancing with his gopis, and gopis start disappearing left and right. How would that feel to Krishna? They don't like me? They don't want to be with me. It would be heartbreaking. He operates on love and affection. So this idea that Maya is going there and grabbing people out of Krishna's Leela, it's not so favorable for Krishna. This would create a ras abhas. It would create a disturbance to the rasa, to the Leela. So sometimes it is said that we were playing with Krishna in his Leela. Sometimes it may be said like that to give us an understanding. But in reality, according to Shastra, the Shastra states that Maya cannot go there and pull anyone from that place. So we have not met Krishna, but our intrinsic nature is that we are only meant for him. Ekal Ishvara Krishna ar sababritya. There's one Supreme Lord and all others are his servants. We are meant, we are made. Our inherent constitutional function is to love and serve Krishna. So Sri Guru understands, detects that nature, and then gradually makes us qualified in a certain way so that one day he can arrange our meeting with Krishna and all perfection can come.
Can I just answer one question? I know we want to get to another thing. Dandava Pranam Haribo. Because Snigdha Didi asked the question again. She said the question is really about the meaning of serving the holy name, because we get this instruction from Guru often. So the service to Nam is the same as service to Guru and Krishna according to your explanation, correct? I heard this question from other devotees also, how to serve Harinam. So I just wanted to give a quick explanation of something Srila Gurudev said to me, and I know that many of you have heard me say this. When Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, awarded me with initiation and gave me Harinam and Diksha, I asked him, how can I serve you? I only know how to serve in a mandir, in a temple, and now I've been thrown out, and I don't know what to do. I know how to make garlands and do so many things, but how will I serve you? I didn't know what to do in separation. So he told me to read Srila Prabhupada's books and his books. And then he said, but I want that you should chant a certain number of rounds every day. He gave me my fixed number. And then he said, but I want you to go into a closet for a half an hour where no eyes can see you, just your Harinam Mala, Harinam Prabhu and Gurudev. And you go to that very private closet, you go to that place and you begin to chant Hare Krishna, Ha Gurudev, weeping for your Gurudev. And he said, this is service to me. And this is more than chanting lakhs and lakhs of Harinam, because it is with sambandha. It is with relationship. So in the beginning, because we don't know Krishna, but we know Krishna's form as his mercy represented in front of us as Sri Guru. We know that personality. And he is giving Krishna from his mouth into our ears and to our hearts. And it is up to us to go to that place, not on our own. We never go to Krishna alone anyway, ever. Always we go through Guru. When we do arti, when we do offering, when we pick up our mala, everything, first and foremost, it is on that platform of Guru Nishta. So yes, in a sense, in the beginning when we are chanting, we're not doing Nam Bhajan, but what we are doing is calling for the mercy of Sri Guru. Koromore Atma Sata. Take this heart and make it like yours. Make me yours. When we go to Mangalarti and we're singing to Radha and Krishna, that's literally Manjari Bhav. Mother Yashoda's not there getting up at that time singing. The cowherd boys aren't. The cows aren't awake. That mood is so deep and so high, and we are only aligning ourselves in that flow of mercy. That I'm standing there waiting for that kind of mood to enter my heart. My Gurudev, Mangala, Sri Guru, Gora, Mangala, they are also waking up now. And I'm coming in line, and I'm hoping, and I'm praying, and I'm standing at the door of Seva. How? Hare Krishna, I'm here. Please hear me. Please hear my calling, the calling of my Atma. Gurudev is that personality that Krishna has sent for us, and what Krishna wants to tell us, what Krishna wants us to know, how he wants us to approach him. He will come to us and he will tell us. So first and foremost, yes, we do it because Guru tells us to. We know even Sri Rupa Goswami is saying it's like bitter for us. And even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for us is saying, you have so many wonderful and beautiful names, but I have no attraction. They're telling us, yes, we understand you, but follow this. Follow the order of Guru. Do what he is telling you to do, like our Srila Prabhupada always said, it is a science. The science of self-realization. As I was growing up in Krishna consciousness, that was the first book I read as an adult. The science of self-realization. And I thought, yes, I want to follow this science. I want to be a devotee. So we follow first on that platform of Guru Nishta. When we are calling out to Krishna, sometimes we're thinking, I don't know if he hears me. How's he going to hear me? One time Srila Bhaktivedanta Trivikram Maharaj, he said, just imagine that you are standing on one side and Yashoda Maya is standing on another side and Krishna's in the middle. And you're both calling, oh, Lala, come to me. Which way will Krishna run? he'll run to his mother, who is this person calling me? But if our Gurudev is calling, if our Gurudev, if we're standing in Anugatya, if we are in line with our Gurudev, and we are coming close under that umbrella, under that Mahat Sangha, then Krishna can hear that prayer. Our hearts can become soft. So that was the instruction that Gurudev gave to me. And one more thing I want to quickly say, and that is that there were two young ladies in different places of the world who were having trouble with ghosts. And their parents were reading Srimad Bhagavatam, playing Srila Prabhupada, chanting all night. They were doing...
Opening Bhagavatam to Nrsimhadev.
Narsing Bhagavan, you know, and doing everything they could. Hanuman Kava, whatever.
Sorry, it's a bug.
I had a bug. So doing whatever it was they could to help her. But still, every night they were being bothered. So they went to Gurudev. One person was from England and one was from Badger. And they went to Gurudev and told Gurudev, this is happening. And we don't know what to do. We're chanting, we're doing everything we can, and nothing helps. Srila Gurudev said, oh, when that ghost comes for you, when it comes to attack you, he said very boldly, very loudly, you call my name. Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj. Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj. And he said, easily it will go. And the reason he told her that is because she has faith in him. She knows him practically. She has faith. This is my person. My own heart, Sri Guru has manifested, and I trust him. And he will petition Krishna on my behalf. He will protect me. So I wanted to share those two things because I think they coincide with that question. First and foremost, we do it because Guru tells us to. We wear tilak. We start singing songs that we don't know the languages to. We have all different kinds of new languages that we're speaking. And all of this we're doing for the pleasure of Guru and Krishna. Today, I saw a video, and in it, Gurudev called me to come and sing. Oh, Sudevi, you should sing. You should come and sit forward and sing. I never liked to sing. I never wanted to go up and sing. I used to hide so that he wouldn't call on me to sing. But why would we do it? Only because Gurudev would call us for his pleasure. That's what he wanted. Never mind what any personal weirdness we have in our minds. Oh, I'm not good or this or that. For the pleasure of my Gurudev, I will do it. He told me he wants me to chant, so for his pleasure, because he told me to do it, I will do it. He gave me the treasure of his heart. He said that to me once. He said, I have given you Harinam. I have given you the treasure of my heart. Have you realized this? Have you realized? So this is it. This is, Gurudev is giving us everything. And with gratitude and with so much hope, we hold on to that. And we hold on to those vows that we made. And we chant. And slowly, slowly, we will finally have some taste, because mercy will flow. Guru and Krishna will see, oh, they don't have any taste. They don't have any desire, and yet they are still every day on the hope of my inspiration. Gurudev is given that on the hope of my inspiration. They're picking up my mala, that mala I've given them. And they begin to chant the name of Krishna, and Gurudev's heart melts. And if Gurudev's heart will melt, you've got Krishna covered.
What did he say, if anyone is always with me?
Srila Gurudev, I told this a few days ago.
Did you? I don't remember.
If there's anyone new. Srila Gurudev said, if anyone is always in good association, if they're always with me, and they're always traveling here and there, going to Mangalarti, taking prasad, associating with devotees, he said, yes, of course, my mercy is there, automatically. But if I have any disciple that is in a very far-off country from me, and they might not even see me every year, only sometimes during any festival, but even so, every day they are trying, they are chanting, they are doing their sadhana, He said, what to speak of my mercy being there? My heart begins to melt and it rushes and flows towards them. So we are all in that category, really. We are always in separation. Sometimes we come together with great Vaishnavas, but most of us are in deep separation from our Gurudevs. So at that time, at this time, is the time when we can get that flow, that river, that tsunami of mercy by holding tight and not letting go. And that means following their moods, their words, their conceptions, and our vows to be loyal to them. And this is how we will get faith and relationship with the holy name. Chanting our mantras, chanting.
Thank you. Gurudev told me that I should follow her.
Kishori.
I wanted to add one thing to Snigdha's question. Srila Gurudev explained that Mahaprabhu, he condensed all of the processes or principles, angas of bhakti, into 5 main angas. What is that? Sadhu Sangha, Nam Kirtan, Bhagavat Shravan, Mathuravas, Srimurtir Shradhaya Sevan. So all of these principles, Sadhu Sangha means associating with Vaishnavas, with devotees. Nam Kirtan means always chanting the holy names of the Lord, whether it is Kirtan or Japa. Bhagavat Shravan means to hear Srimad Bhagavatam or Harikatha. Mathuravas means to reside in Vrindavan. And Sri Murtir Shradhaya Sevan means to worship the deity form of the Lord with love and faith. So these 5 are the main principles that Mahaprabhu extracted and gave to us. Srila Gurudev explained that without the first step, nothing else will be able to happen properly. He said Sadhu Sangha is essential for all of the other principles to take place. He said, and if you are in Sadhu Sangha, then automatically you will be doing Nam Kirtan, Bhagavat Shravan, Mathuravas, and Srimurtir Shradhaya Sevan. So, according to your question, actually, yes, serving Sri Guru means following his instruction. What does he want us to do? What is he telling us to do? Then automatically serving Krishna will come in all of its different beautiful facets. I asked Gurudev once, why are we chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra? There's so many possibilities for making aparad to Harinam. You could chant Nitai Gauranga. According to Shastra, it says if you chant Nitai Gauranga, this is capable of giving you praying.
So, and there's no aparad.
And there's no conception of aparad. This was my question to Gurudev. If there's no conception of aparad and you chant Nitai Gauranga and this is capable of awakening praying, then why chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra when there's the possibility of making aparad? Gurudev's answer was so simple, so clear, so straightforward. He simply said, because Mahaprabhu wants you to. It was like an epiphany. It was so clear. You're calling out, Nityananda Prabhu, Mahaprabhu, please give me your mercy. So they come. No aparad, very easily they come. And what do they tell you? Nir aparad nam aloilo pai premadan. Chant the holy names of Krishna without aparad. So why am I chanting Hare Krishna? Because Mahaprabhu wants me to. Why am I doing all of the things I'm doing on the path of bhakti? Because Sri Krishna has manifested in front of me, Sakshat Haritvena, in the form of Sri Guru. For what purpose? To rescue me from my endless suffering in this material existence. Samsara davanala lidhaloka. Samsara davanala. Blazing forest fire. But Gurudev said it's not just a forest fire. It's a fire like of oil. So difficult, so hot and burning. An ocean of fire, he said. An ocean of fire. And he has come to rescue me from this. To bring me to what? Shreya Kairava Chandrika Vitaranam Vidya Vadhu Jivanam Anandam Buddhivardhanam Pratipadam Purna Amrita Ashwadanam. He came to give me that thing which is the cure for billions and trillions of lifetimes of the ultimate suffering in samsara. Birth, disease, old age, and death again and again and again. He has come to cool that. How? By giving me Sri Harinam. By giving me Krishna in the form of Krishna's name. He has planted Krishna in my heart and told me, now you have to go on a treasure hunt. That's the treasure of his heart that he has given us. And by finding Krishna, even in the process of finding Krishna, this blazing forest fire of material existence will be extinguished and the burning heart will be cooled like the millions of moons. Shreya Kairava Chandrika Vitaranam. Divine transcendental knowledge will begin to awaken in the heart. Transcendental nectar will be tasted at every moment. Anandam Buddhivardhanam Pratipadam Purna Amrita Ashwadanam. And everything means all of my material existence will be rendered insignificant, and my Atma will feel nourished. And if your Atma is nourished, then everything connected, everything will feel nourished. Srila Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaja, he explained this Sarva Atma. It does not only mean your soul, it means your soul, your body, your subtle body, your mind, your intelligence, everything. Sarvatma Snapanam. Everything will be fully nourished, fully satiated. This is the result, the natural effect of bhakti, devotion to Krishna, and taking shelter of Harinam Prabhu. This is a process of bhakti. Bhakti means with exclusive mood to love and serve Krishna. I assure you, based on all of the teachings of Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra, I assure you that if instead of chanting Harinam for alleviating the pain of a pandemic, or even just to have everyone vibrate the sound, but if we all endeavor to call out the names of Krishna for the pleasure of Krishna, for his happiness, for Krishna's pleasure, that the effect will be absolutely astounding and amazing, millions of times more than just for using Krishna in some material pursuit. I wanted to add one little thing here. I remember our Gurudev telling us, he said many years before, I think when he was still in his village, but he had already started taking shelter of Harinam, he explained that somebody was bit by a snake and that person was, in a sense, dying or dead. And they called him, he's chanting Harinam, help, help, help. So he came and he said he chanted Harinam in that person's ear who was bitten by the snake. And that person came back from that. And then afterward he said he was regretting, what have I done? I have used Harinam Prabhu in such a thing. And he made a vow, I will never use Harinam Prabhu for any mundane purpose ever again. Only I will take shelter of Harinam for the purpose of serving and pleasing Krishna. And by that, everything will automatically be done. When you water the root of the tree, automatically the entire tree is satisfied and nourished. When you place your food into your mouth and into your stomach, automatically your body is nourished. When you give your love and affection, service to Krishna, automatically everything is taken care of. This is Shraddha. There's nothing else to do. If I serve Krishna, Shraddha Shabde, Vishwas Kohe, Sudrida Nishchoy, Krishna Bhakti Koile, Sarva Karma Krita Hoy. All those who know the definition of Shraddha, Shraddha Shabde, Vishwas Kohe, those who know this word Shraddha, what it means, they have understood it to be this. Krishna Bhakti Koile. Simply by following the path, by engaging oneself in the service of Krishna for his happiness, for his pleasure, for his benefit, this is Krishna Bhakti. Sarva Karma Krita Hoy. All other obligations, all other duties, all debts, everything is automatically taken care of. So by Shraddha, one will know that they have even come to this point if they have that strong conviction.
The last thing before we do Kirtan is Jiva Pavana Prabhu put up a quote from, it's in Chaitanya Charitamrita, but it's from Srila Prabhupada, and I think this is so powerful. He says, maybe read it in there just in case they can't hear me well enough. Just the quote.
Hare Krishna. Sarva Shastre Koi Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha Sarva Siddhi Hoy. This is from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya 2254.
What we just quoted, what you just quoted.
Now this is talking
Sadhu
about
Sangha,
Sadhu
yes.
Sangha. For me personally, this is our Srila Prabhupada speaking. For me personally, I had the opportunity to talk with my spiritual master not more than 10 times in my whole life. Not more. It may be less than that, but I tried to follow his instruction. That's all. Although I was a grihasta. He tried to follow the instruction of his spiritual master. In Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita,
And look what happened, he changed the world.
it is stated there that following the order of the spiritual master is the life and soul of the disciple. And so he actually showed himself as the ideal Sat Shishya, who's following the order of his guru with so much difficulty, even with so much opposition. There was so much difficulty coming to him, but he struggled right into the ripe age of 70, 80 years old, 82. I think he left when he was 82 in 1977. He was born in 1896. But he had that desire in his heart, always trying to serve his guru, always trying to follow. And as a Sat Shishya, a real, sincere disciple, he did not have so many conversations, but he always endeavored to follow the order of his guru. Just see what he accomplished in such a short time. Unprecedented. So, thank you very much for your beautiful questions. Actually, all of these questions are directly related to the subject of this book. So it's not that we're not studying this book. We're going very deep with these questions about mantras, about Harinam, about the journey of the soul. So we shouldn't think that we're diverting from this book at all. We're actually going deeper into the essence of the teachings of Sri Brihad Bhagavatamrita and going beyond Vaikuntha. So we're so fortunate. Our Srila Prabhupada said that all of the books of our Goswamis came from the first one of Sanatan Goswami. They've manifested by the mercy of Sri Brihad Bhagavatamrita. And really all of the books, all Shastras and all of our Gaudiya Vaishnava Granthas are simply, and even all of the Harikatha that our Gurus are giving are simply a commentary on Mahamantra. Shri Hare Krishna Mahamantra Ki Jai. One thing I wanted to share, one verse. Kalir doshani jai rajan asti hyeko mahadguna kirtanareva krishnasya mukta sangha param rajit. Although Kali Yuga, this is spoken in Srimad Bhagavatam in 11th canto, I believe. Although Kali Yuga is an ocean of faults, Kalir dosha nije, O king, he's saying, although it is an ocean of faults, there is one amazing quality about this Kali Yuga. Kirtanar eva krishnasya, simply by doing kirtan of the names of Krishna. Mukta sangha param rajit. One can easily attain to the highest destination. Hare Krishna Mahamantra Ki Jai. Mamre Dangwali, chalo.
Do you want me to? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Is that high? Okay, get me lower. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
प्रेम पुरुषोत्तम सचिनंदन गौर हरि की जय। श्री राधा विलोकी हरि की जय। गिरिराज महाराज की जय। हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय। गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि Thank you very much for being with us today, and we look forward to being with all of you tomorrow to remember the sweet instructions of our Gurudev, our Srila Prabhupada, our Guru Varga. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam. Thank you for engaging us in seva. We'd be lost without you.
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe.